1 minute late, 1.5 minutes late. Look at that. That's what you got when you got to run to the bathroom. Sorry about that. Here we are. Good morning. A repeat, not a repeat, but whatever, the same thing. We were doing, what was this, a week ago or so we were here doing this? I don't remember. It's not so much woodblock printmaking this morning as it's the aftermath of woodblock printmaking. You have to print pack the damn things. There's going to be a bunch of this coming up over the next few weeks as we get ready for the new shop, you know. There's 3 times the space. In the new shop, we've got 3 times the space for displaying prints that we do in our current shop. And we have to fill it. And you know, our printers, of course, are all working as much as they can, but we can't print anywhere near enough stuff to fill the shop. So we're buying prints. We go to the dealer auctions. We go even on Yahoo auctions here in Japan. We go to estate sales, stuff like this. And we find the best prints that we can. We reject a ton of stuff. For those of you who are eager to wait for more actual printmaking work, I have to say that it is coming now. I just received the tracing for our next print party room print. So I'll be carving on that, perhaps starting tomorrow morning, I'm not quite sure. Mothering Sunday. What's that? Mothering Sunday. Oh, this is Ito-san's carving. Look at this. Very nice. Which I think we'll set that one aside then. We'll keep it in our little collection of stuff for Ito-san. That was Harunobu, yes. So. Yes. What have we got? This one's Asen, kinda. Those of you who were on the stream here a few weeks ago, we were trying to identify some of these prints. And this is the same batch now coming around, ready to be packed. We've got tons more. We've been buying and buying and buying like crazy over the last few weeks. We need so many prints for the shop downstairs. We can't possibly make enough to fill the shop by ourselves. So we've been hunting up to try and find good ones. Time change, that's right, that's right. It's starting what? It starts later, right, for most people? How does that work? If it was starting at, for example, 1 o'clock your time before, now it starts at 2 o'clock. I don't remember. We don't change here, so I don't have a good handle on how that works. So I suppose somewhere around my 9 o'clock, there'll be a bunch of people coming on board. Will there be? An hour later, I see. This one's nice, you know. There's nobody left who can carve here like this now. Keep saying the same thing again and again and again, you know. So these are 1960s, perhaps 1970s. I'm not quite sure. It's hard to tell. The paper's not old enough to be able to age it yet. Soka, you were expecting me an hour ago. Soka. So people came on board an hour early this time, not an hour later. So I should have posted a message on the thing an hour ago, reminding them. I see. The UK hasn't changed yet, can it? You're asking me this question that was posted over on the Acolyte page, are you? When does the craft become an art, etc., etc.? I saw that this morning and I thought, I don't know if I should go over there and type something. I don't know. And this conversation goes around and around and around, and we end up actually using words in a different way. You know, what's this word art mean? What does the word artist mean? And stuff like that, you know. And I think on the post that was made over there this morning, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's it's not square, not straight. I'm going to leave it though, because there's printing on the back. There's a stamp on the back talking about the carver's name. So I'm going to leave it rather than trim it. You know, when somebody buys it, they can trim it or whatever as they wish. So this is a bit of an unusual print. It's not one of the regular publishers. I don't know who published it. It's not one of the usual suspects, Adachi, Takamisawa, Yuyudo, somebody like that. I don't have any idea who published it. So about the art stuff, you know, the artist stuff, you know, the posting that somebody made this morning on the Acolyte page, it used one word in particular that sets things off here. I think somebody said, Dave talks about himself as being not an artist, but just a craftsman. And that's not the correct quote, because that's not what I would say. I would never use the word just. I would say many times, I'm not an artist. I'm part of the craft team. I'm an engineer. I'm a person who makes these things. But I hope I didn't use the word just. I'm just a craftsman. Because that implies, of course, that, you know, the artist is somebody up at the top and the rest of us are lower. We're just, you know, just garbage collectors or something, you know, whatever. I know there was no insult intended. I'm just pointing out the use of the word, you know. Would be a total egalitarian in my own life and in my own way of thinking if there's a person who does art and there's a person who does baking and a person who does, you know, whatever you name the job that you do, programming, whatever, that we're all pretty much equal status here. Some of these jobs are more difficult than others. Some need more training than others. Some need a specific type of DNA skill that a next person may not have. But we're all in this thing together and we all do our different jobs. You know? So I wouldn't want to use the word just. I didn't mark that one. This is post-war. It's not a 5, it's a 4. The background's a bit too mottled. There's a tiny bit of misregistration here. There's no way I'm going to give this a 5, but it's still very nicely made. I'll give it 4. And the preservation is fine. It's perfect. There's no... So it's good for us. So it's post-war, level 4 for production, level 5 for condition. And I still don't know who's published it. It doesn't match anything else that I know about. Anyway, the artist thing, you know, back to the artist thing, you know. When I say that I'm not an artist, all I'm saying is simply that in the sense of all those different jobs that we do, the guy doing this, the guy doing that, the guy doing this. To me, when we use the word artist, we're talking about the person who sits there with a blank sheet of paper and says, let's see, okay, let's do this. And he creates something that didn't exist before. That's, in my own mind, what it means when they talk about artists. So when I say I'm not an artist, I say that again and again because I'm just trying to make it clear. I'm not the guy who makes up the pictures. I'm no less of a worker, I'm no less of a person than him. I just think it makes sense to reserve that word artist for the person who's doing that part of the job. And we can use the word craftsman for the other end of it, the person who actually physically makes the product, which is what I do. And we joke about this in the shop all the time. I say, I'm not an artist, I'm an engineer. And I'm becoming to use that word more and more and more. It's like an architect and an engineer. The architect conceives of these things and puts the lines in the sky and stuff like that. Then on his staff he has engineers who tell him, no, we can't do that. Yes, you can do that. Yes, we can build that. No, we can't build that. It's a combination of different skills. Yeah, the copying, right. So I'm being a bit lazy here. I should, here, copy the text. It just goes into my background copy, and at the end of it, I just paste it up and throw it in a file. I know there's no easy way to get the chat. If I go to Twitch later on, the only way to get the chat from Twitch, and I've tried this a number of different ways, the only way to get the chat is to run through the whole thing in real time. It doesn't allow you to look at the whole chat. If you click and jump to the end of the video, it starts feeding you the chat from that point. And I should just get a little bot or a software program or something that runs in the background to keep the chat for me, but I'm just too lazy to get that set up. I'm not too lazy, but haven't had time to do it. I know there's easy ways to do it. I know. ASIN. Whoever designed and published this set together really liked ASIN. Not my favorite designer. What am I doing here? If you've got a script there that will do that, please fire it over to me. I tried to write my own actually. There's a but I couldn't get the handle to work. I couldn't get the login to work properly. So it's time to fool around with it. Actually, Chatty, I think that's one of the ones I tried. When we started this a few months ago, half a year ago, I guess, when we started streaming, I tried a couple of those chat things that would download the thing. And I couldn't get any of them to work here, at least on my OS X. Maybe they're Windows software or something. I don't know. I should look again, I guess. So. This one's nice again. Nice carving that we can't replicate these days. Colors in good. Registration's good. Paper's clear. Post-war 5 and a 5. Perfect job for an intern or trainee. The job I'm doing now, packing these prints. Yes, this is not the job that the boss should be doing. Absolutely. I could grade these things and put them on a sheet of paper and let the staff pack them. But again, we're short-staffed. We have nothing. Today, it's Kawai-san and Doi-san are going to be here, and they're busy. They've got work lined up all day long. Kawai-san and I are going to do the parties together. And Doi-san is going to handle the telephone in the shop, the register, and more of this packing. We've got much, much more packing to do. So there'll be 3 of us here. Actually, once the 2 parties that are scheduled, once they're over, I'm going to head downstairs. And my job today downstairs is I have to finish the electrical for the new toilet, the new bathroom. Putting a new light in, putting a new fan in. The current fan's too noisy. I've got to finish plastering one of the walls. So today I'm a print packer and I'm a toilet builder and a party host. Oh, it's Java. That's why I don't like it. I know. I'm sorry. I really don't get along well with that runtime Java business. On OS X here, it's theoretically okay, but my God, it eats resources like crazy. And opening up any one program that uses the Java runtime, and that's it. A day later, your machine's sluggish and slow. So if it's a Java runtime, I'm sorry. I really, don't want to do that. So Here we go. Let's click in. Command all, copy. I've just had so much bad experiences with programs using the Java runtime. The Bitcoin wallet I was using before I gave up on that, the Bitcoin wallet was Java, and I was trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with my machine. And once I killed that, stopped using it, it was so nice, so smooth. So maybe it's the version I was using was too old, I don't know. How would I do this way? Look what I'm doing. PDP 11. It's been a very, very long time since I spent time on one of those. I actually didn't. The one I was using was a PDP 7, I think. I'm sorry, I don't remember. 1979. I think it was a PDP 7. That's where I first learned how to use a computer. Not start that conversation. All the old guys here talking about the old machines they used to use. Oh, thanks. This is not a 5. I know it's okay. It's carved kind of nicely, but it's not printed carefully enough. It's not so bad. You know, here a bit of model color, which is a 4. But the preservation is fine. No marks, no shimmy, no dots. Fine. Chat's too many streams going on at the same time here. It's fun. It's fun, but I can't keep track of all the different conversations. So these prints they sell for. I'm not quite sure. I haven't. And when I'm the next step here is to put the price labels on. And what I do then is I go back to the auction or the estate sale or the dealer invoice wherever I got these from, and check what I paid for any given print. What's the word? Not the famousness. The demand. Prints by famous designers or a print that is a very, very famous design goes a bit more than something else. So it's a question of what I paid for it, what the condition is, how popular the design is. There's many things that go into choosing the price. In general, the prints I'm doing today, this last one, for example, I don't know, these will be either 5,000, 6,000, or 7,000, depending on that balance of factors. The complexity of the print doesn't matter so much to us actually at this point because we're not making them. It's many, many more colors, but that didn't affect me. I didn't do the block carving on it. So the complexity is not a factor. It's how much it cost us, what the condition is like, and how popular the image is. Mostly it's how much it costs us. So these prints I'm doing today will be in the 5, 6, 7,000 range. And roughly in American dollars, that's like $50, $60, $70. And there's a few ways, interesting ways to think about this. When I first came to Japan back in the late 70s and early 80s, there were many dealer shops around in the Jimbocho area. And they had all kinds of stuff like this. And at that time they were going for, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. So about half of what they go for here now. And there were tons of them. And if I had known what was coming up, of course, whatever I could have done, I bought tons of them. But I didn't know that the prices would escalate so quickly. And I'm not sure what to think about where the prices are going to go for this stuff in the future. I don't want to start talking about this as, oh my God, they're going to be worth a fortune, because I don't know. I don't think so. But clearly they're not making stuff like this anymore. We can't produce stuff like this. There's no other publisher in town that can make prints of this level anymore. So given that there's going to be high demand for these steadily over all the coming years, with the people coming into Japan and people loving Japanese work, and a very lack of production, and I guess that would imply that the prices, I suppose, are going to go up. I don't know. This one's okay. Again, it's just missing a bit of delicacy. One eye is a bit darker than the other eye. One eyebrow is a bit darker than the other. Carving is beautifully done. The printer was just a tad careless. There's a bit of garbage in there, a bit of pigment blocked in. You can see a few barren marks on the back. So there's no way this is a 5. Nice color tones, nice color balance. But just a few little defects here and there. So we'll give it a 4. Preservation is perfect, there's no problem. Oh, Kelsey and Kyle here. Ha 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 ha. Are you going to tell your story on the chat here? What you're coming to Japan to do? I shouldn't talk about it unless you're going to talk about it. Someone's asking here, what inspired you to create these artworks? And I didn't make the artworks that we're looking at today in today's stream. I didn't make these. Here at Mokuhankan, we make prints, of course. We sometimes design prints. We work with modern designer. And we also are a dealer. We deal in older prints as well. And that's what's happening today. I'm packing some older prints for putting into our shop. I didn't make the prints we're looking at in today's stream here. These were made in the 1960s. 60s/70s, 60s mostly. This is another one carved by Ito Susumu, a name some of you will recognize, right? I made a video a while back. Is it a year already? No, I don't really know. Talking about one of the old carvers who helped me a bit. Really nice old guy. Should have spent more time with him. He didn't. Wasn't too interested in hanging out, but whatever. It was Ito Susumu, and a bunch of these prints I've seen today are carved by him, and this is one of them. This one's too bad again. The carving is nice, but the printing is not up to the same quality, It's too bad. The printers just tend to go bang, 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 bang. The carvers are just doing one job and, trying to do it carefully. But the printers just get into a careless mode sometimes, This is not bad work. I mean, the bad work we're not even bringing into the shop. But it's frustrating to see them take it 90% to go 90%, but not 100%. That's last little bit of brushing the pigment out of the hair and stuff like this. Those dark spots shouldn't be in there. Yeah, someone's asking, are you keeping this work for exhibit when you have more than one? What we've got is what we've started doing now. A few weeks ago, let me put this aside. A few weeks ago, not even a few weeks ago, a week ago or so, I'm going to tell the same story I told a few days ago. I got an email from a person a while ago, a week ago, 10 days ago, who had been visiting an exhibition in America, and one of the prints on display was a 20th century kabuki print, and it was carved by Ito Susumu, the guy who I featured in that video. And he sent me the email, and his reaction was really quite strange. Wow, oh my God, this is carved by the guy that David talked about and blah, blah, blah. And it struck me that actually this is going to be something that's interesting and important for people. Most of these craftsmen, you don't even think about the names and stuff and what goes on here. But because I introduced him, and because his work is now his work is becoming a bit known, I'm thinking we should maybe make something here. And we're going to have a little display space, exhibition space in our shop once we get downstairs. One of the second floor rooms is going to be, as we get time for it, turned into a display space where we put on exhibitions and small little displays. And it seems to me I should do one displaying prints made by Ito-san. So what I've been doing is, as we get the prints in for our shop here, for selling in the shop, I've been keeping the ones that are made by Ito-san. When I have more than one, bang, it goes in the shop. That's what I did just now. I'm keeping aside the ones that Ito-san made. So we're going to have a little display, and I guess it's going to be 10, 12, 15 prints maybe, who knows, all carved by Ito-san. And it's difficult to know. Some of them seem a bit more clumsy than others. And I guess whatever, the guy worked over a period of 30, 40 years, and he was younger and more experienced, and he started to get a bit not so good as he got older. So we'll try and maybe organize these in a chronological order. Maybe it's hard to tell. And one of them, this is going to be one of the highlights of the thing. And I've got to research this to find out when it happened. This is Arakawa-ku. You know, Tokyo is made up of different cities all blend together. I live in Taito-ku, Taito City, and Ito-san lived in Arakawa-ku, Arakawa City. You don't notice it when you're walking around. You're going from one city to the other without any difference. You know, Ito-san lived in Arakawa-ku, and they, I guess at some point, they were trying to recognize craftsmen and stuff like this who were living within the borders of the city, and they made up sort of it's not living national treasure. The Japanese have living national treasures as a national thing for the country. But Arakawa City decided to do it for people living in Arakawa. Let's try and identify these craftsmen or whatever who do wonderful work, and let's do something for them, blah, 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 blah. So they took they commissioned maybe. It's Arakawa-ku. I can't quite read all the kanji, but it's the point where they made a bunga cultural icon and preserving culture. The icon of the man who was preserving culture in Arakawa-ku was the name of the actual award they gave him. And there it is, carver Ito Susumu. They commissioned this work. He carved it, and the city did the promotion and presentation and sent it out into the world. And I guess his family, his daughter, probably still has the award. It's probably a certificate on the award, or maybe it's a little statuette or something. I have no idea what the actual physical part of the award is. And when we get this exhibition ready, we'll talk to her. Until we still got his TV block, where we're holding his TV block. It's his daughter's property, but we're holding it here. So we're going to have a really nice little exhibition of the work of Ito-san. Maybe we'll do another video. The guy will get even more famous, and it'll go round and round and round. What am I doing? Where am I? This is mounted. I didn't make the label for it yet. I get sidetracked here, sorry. And I think his daughter, they go nuts to see this, because normally these craftsmen, their names are not known or remembered or anything at all. And it would really be cool to do that. And we've got a ton of video, not a ton, but a bunch of video of him. We've talked about this before. You've seen some of the video. I clipped it into that YouTube presentation I made. But the TV company sent me, I introduced those in that video. The TV company sent me a bunch of VTR tapes. I've got 4 of them. Is it 4 or 5? I don't remember. That they took during the time we visited him. So we've got a bunch of outtakes of Ito-san working and chatting and drinking tea and all that kind of stuff. So we can make a really nice little video presentation, I think. And here are the extra copies I've got. Well, just throw them in the shop, whatever. What's this one? Again, I can't give this a 5. Post-war, I'll give it a 4 because the printing is really not quite as delicate as it could be. Carving. Oops, should go outside. Yeah, I've got to call his daughter and give her some hint about what's going on. She might have more stuff at home. But the more I think about it, the exhibition, we could put the prints we've got here. Of course, I've got those tools, the knives that I showed in that video. We've got his TV block. We've got the video clips. We've got a bunch of stuff. We could make a really, really nice little exhibition. Maybe his daughter has got, family photographs and stuff like that. So I think Mokuhankan's first exhibition might be that one. This is Koike-san. Oh, here we are. Cowls. Yes, Kelsey, and remind me the names. Kelsey and Kyle. You spelled your names funny, so I can't remember them all. Dave's our witness. So, Dave's our witness. That's not what that's not what the original email this couple sent to me, This couple sent me an email. I'm laughing here while I tell the story. But they sent me an email, whatever, 2 months ago, is it? 3 months ago, whatever. They said, blah, blah, blah. Following your work, we love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be in Japan next year. Will you marry us? Was your original request, I think. And I'm like, will I marry you? What are you talking about? Will I marry you? So, the actual request is easier. They need witnesses for their wedding. I guess it's being explained here. So, but the first request just shocked everybody. I took the email around to show people in the shop here. They're all like, Dave, what's going on? So. It'll be interesting to get to know you, to see you next week. We're all set up. I'm there, and Cameron will be, the two of us, I and Cameron will be doing the job for you there. And I sure hope you've got your paperwork all lined up, because sometimes paperwork in Japan, it's a lot more complicated than it might seem at first. So I hope you've done your research and you've got everything ready. I've got my stickers in the wrong order here. Gotta really be careful chatting while I do this. I got things mixed up here. That's not what that print is. Here, let's run back a little bit. Here we are. This is Kuniyasu. Paperwork is all in line. Ready? Okay, I guess so. You see, you've also you've registered for a print party here. Is it the same day as the wedding? I don't remember what you've done. I'm sorry. I don't have all the information in front of me here. The print party is later, right? You were getting married that day. You're getting married that day. Then you're traveling around and coming back here for a print party. What time of day did you reserve? Should we stream it? The party we streamed the other day was a really nice, fun party, but the video got screwed up, and unfortunately, it's not a good record of a print party. But if you're game for streaming yours, 10 a.m. If you're game, I'm game. Confetti of mistake prints, so let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's make a date. Hi. Do you remember what the reservation is? I don't have it, like, you know, it's what date it is. This is fun. Yeah, the video quality was no good on that one, of course. So what we've done was I've tried to figure out a better way to use the video. The print party room is here, and the router is right here. It's right next to me. The router is sitting right there. So with the computer this close to the router, I took a speed test this morning, actually. I posted it to the stream just before we started this morning. I took a speed test today before we tried this. That was today's speed results. If we can't get good video out of an internet connection like this, then it's got to be Twitch that's giving me trouble at the other end. That's my net connection, eh? So don't, you know, I want to sit here and say, don't yell at me for the poor quality video. I don't. I bet you none of you watching this has a connection anything like that. Somebody else has got gigabit. Okay. Yeah, this is the thing, the camera cables and stuff like this, you know. So how do I check all the components? Married couple print party is April 2nd. Okay, April 2nd, that's my daughter's birthday too. Absolutely going to get this mixed up. I'm doing too many things at once. The thing about video cam, the cable from the video camera, it can't because the video is here. I'm seeing the video smooth on my machine. So the camera and the cable from the camera to the computer is okay. From the computer to the internet is okay. There's only one thing left. It's the OBS software, or it's the way Twitch is not scooping it at its end. I don't know what to say. I don't have any other way to test this now. What was wrong with the video? We got a slideshow. The audio was perfect, but the video, we just got like a frame per second, something like that. You can see it. It's on the video on demand. If you go to the, the YouTube page that the acolytes have set up, that party stream is on there. It's 3 or 4 days back. I don't remember the date it was. Somebody can link to it if they're going to help you. I'm wired. It's right here, wired. Oh, it's a small one. It should go in a smaller package. Just a minute here. Got the wrong size packaging here. Let's put that on the side for a minute. Move on to the next large one. This one is nice. I know this is a bit of a paradox here too, because the print is fabulously made. Really wonderful carving. Who carved this one? What nabi san? Endo-san. Beautiful, beautiful carving. Printing is smooth, lots of colors. Registration is perfect. But the topic, you know, the topic. It's a streetwalker. I know it's advertising. It's a set of prints that showed streetwalkers from different districts in Edo. These are the lowest class of women. This is not some high-end place where you go and get entertained and drink tea and talk high-class stuff. This was the lowest of the lowest type of streetwalker. And they made a print series, you know, showing these people. And now people are going to buy this and put it in their living room wall. Oh, it's a nice Japanese picture on your wall. What is it? It's a beautiful woman. Yeah, right. Paradox of some of these things we're doing here, you know. Can you imagine making a picture of streetwalkers these days and hanging on your living room wall? I mean, you wouldn't do that. But enough time has passed here. This is, the original would have been 1795 somewhere, I'm not quite sure, 1800, 1805, somewhere in there would have been the original. This is a 1960s recarving and recut and reprinting. But that's what it is. You stick that on your living room wall, and that's what you've got. passage of enough time. It's like a car, you know, you get your car, you got to sell a new car, it can't have scratches on it. But 100 years from now, it doesn't matter how scratched it is. It's wow, cool, because it's so old. It's really bizarre the way we think about things. Really, really bizarre. At least we've got a picture of the girl. Nobody keeps pictures of the guys, you know. The octopus print, I think, is different. That's, I don't know, for one, it's completely imaginary. It's not supposed to be a person. And the second is that's an interesting creation. That's an interesting activity, interesting concept. Let's draw a picture of this fabulous, interesting thing happening. You know, this portraiture is a different story. You know, this is nothing. These are women, normal housewives. This is a family. Nothing to do with the geisha quarter here. It's nicely carved, but again, the printing is a little bit less. They could have got a bit more definition in the hair. It's really hard to print these, you know. You got to get good black in the hair, but without crashing the face. So, and this person hasn't done that. The printing is bland, but not as good as it should be. So this guy gets a 4. Preservation is a 5. Moving along here, getting this done, it's good. It's been backing up for so long. What's this one? $313. Oh, yeah. This is Ito-san too. I gotta set this one. Did I set this one aside already? I can't remember. I think I have it here. No, so that's Ito-san. We'll keep that one aside. Okay, now next one's interesting. I see here. Next one is, this is a set of 3. I need 3 labels here. 1, 2, 3. Put those back. Let's have a look at this. This is a set of 3. Oh, what is it here? No, it must be camera coming in. Soka. Here we go. This is kind of spectacular. These are very high-end ladies working in a tea house.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Okay, so far.
Packing more prints.
Yeah, packing, trying to keep up with this stuff all.
You got another nice shipment over the weekend?
No, these are left over from last week. Although there is more over the weekend that came in. So come and say hello. So.
Sure.
I'm trying to keep track. I can't keep track of the stream here. It's somebody says slow camera height. So. We got triptych, nice one. It's really nicely made.
Oh, wow.
What we've been doing, we've been talking about Ito-san, the carver.
Right.
And some of this sometimes coming up in the stuff we get from these auctions and whatever, work from Ito-san is there.
Right.
I don't know if you heard, we were talking about this last week. We're keeping one of each of the ones that Ito-san made, putting the rest through into the shop. And we're going to think about maybe when we start the exhibition space, that could be our first exhibition.
That would be really
Prints
cool.
by Ito-san. We've got the block. We'll ask his daughter to send some photographs.
Yeah.
I got those tools. We've got video clips, those old VTRs.
Yeah.
We can have a really nice exhibition.
That would be great.
Problem is, look at this one. This is a set of 3. They're done by different carvers.
Is he one of them?
And we have the left one side is Kudo-san, the show.
Yeah.
The right hand side is Kudo-san. And the middle one is Ito-san. It's just one. So it's okay, whatever. Oh, not the middle one. He got the right hand side. That's funny. Did they have this guy? He couldn't do any more. I don't know. How did they decide who was going to get which jobs? No idea. No idea.
That's funny.
So I can't break it up, of course.
No. Maybe that would make for an interesting part of the exhibition.
Yeah, but actually I've got
point
2
out
sets.
any differences or anything.
It's okay.
Or
So
any-
because I've got 2 sets, so I'll just keep
great.
one set for our collection.
Nice.
Bingo,
Okay.
and set the other ones away. So you can. You're in behind here.
Oh,
There's Cameron sitting in the back there. Oops,
they're hiding in the corner.
in my closet. So
I'm gonna shut this.
whatever it is, man. So.
Found out something kind of funny. The tree, or one of the many trees in our front yard where I'm renting, has a name tag dangling from it, and it, because so often people not name the trees, but say what kind of tree it is. And it says,
identifying tag.
identifying tag, and it says tsuge, and I didn't realize that tsuge is boxwood.
Yeah, so it must be a pretty short little.
And it's so hard. I was trying to trim it back, and it is
the
just
branches.
solid
So.
because it's rubbing against
like
the
a
side
rock.
of the
Yeah,
house.
it's like a
and
rock. Yeah.
that is some hard wood. So
Why-
no wonder you use it for
Why would
carving
they
those
in their
tiny
own-
details.
Why would they put a label on a tree in their own yard?
I have no idea, and it's the only tree that has a label. We've got this other citrus tree that's still growing fruit, and it's been doing it all winter and now into the spring. I have no idea what it is though, because they're not quite oranges. They're not.
Usually,
I thought it was
Natsumikan.
maybe Natsumikan, but I can't tell for sure.
Have you got a picture of it?
Yeah, and it just looks like an orange, but it's thicker, and or the skin is thicker.
Natsumikan de sho. How big is the fruit?
Could be baseball, probably.
Natsumikan de sho.
Okay,
I think so. With a big, thick, kind of like a.
but it's not that thick
Yet.
Yeah, it could
August.
still be growing.
Yeah.
Okay, August, but they've been.
This is my guess. I'm
Orange
not
for all
botanical.
year, I don't
Okay,
know.
okay. Yeah. I'm not botanical at all, but the girls here will know. So.
Okay, yeah. Mix it in.
It's been busy. We haven't had any time to do any work downstairs.
Oh, no.
It's been busy. Both numbers of people coming in and the actual, sales and stuff as well.
Right.
I was hoping that the onslaught wouldn't happen and give us a chance to finish the work downstairs, but
No such
no
luck.
such luck. So we're done. So I have no idea now when we're going to be able to get that thing open downstairs. No idea. People on the street know much about that. We're moving downstairs, and it's been planned for years, but the guy wouldn't move. And we had hoped he would move in November. And
Yeah, 3 years ago.
We'd be able to work November, December, January in the quiet time to build the shop, but it didn't happen. He didn't leave till the end of January to show.
Yep, it was
So
the last day.
So we've been there already. We've been in there 6 weeks, actually. You know that? 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What have we done?
Oh, no.
Today, I'm going to get down there. I went to the home center, so I got some more plaster. So
Okay.
I'm going to finish the toilet. My job today is finish that toilet. Get it usable. Get it flushable. Finish it. Which means plaster on the walls, paint on the top half, clean the floor, grout the floor, put the tile down, install the toilet.
So I'm not going to see much of you today.
Well, there's 2 parties though, so I got to the party, so it's going to be a late night. Natsumikan, Summermikan, people are trying to identify your fruit here. So
But some fell off in October during a big storm we had, and then the rest I keep trying to pull off. They're not ripe yet, so I don't know what this thing is doing.
my guess is Natsumikan.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
There's lots of bizarre. There's yuzu and all kinds of different.
Yeah.
Before I forget, there's a. Is it your birthday today?
No.
You got a birthday present. I put a new module in the subscription software last night.
Oh, great. What's this one to do?
Projected needs.
Woohoo!
It pushes out for 1 year, and it shows you now, based on the current subscribers,
Cool.
how many of every print you're going to need for the next year. And it does it in 2 formats. It does it in a list box in the software itself.
Nice.
It also throws it into an Excel file so that you can play with it in your own software.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. So
Cool. Thank you. That'll be definitely handy.
this is the advantage of running your own software. The guy goes home Friday night and he says, it would be nice if our software did such and such.
And then it does.
He comes back on Monday morning and it does. It's like, I wish we had, what's that? The shoemaker? Like the old folktale?
Yeah.
The shoemaker and his wife, they go to bed at night and they wake up in the morning, all these little guys come out in the middle of the night and make the shoes. I forget what it's called. I forget the old...
Kind of elves or something. Printing is done using a mixture of powdered pigments, water, and alcohol. And someone asked, what does the alcohol do for the ink?
Where are we?
Down at the bottom there. Is there usually alcohol in your pigments?
No, I know. Yes and no, not always. I know it depends on the specific powder we've got. Some of the powders, you grind them a little bit, put water in, and bang, that's it. We can print with them because they're I don't know if it's soluble, whatever. It turns out that they like water and they get together with water, and I think they're still in suspension. They're not dissolved, but they get together nice with water. There's other kinds of pigments. We grind them. I put the water in. And the water and the pigment don't mix. The water just floats on top and the pigment floats on top. Yeah. So we need something to act as a what's the word? I've forgotten the word. It's long.
Yeah.
You put a tiny bit of alcohol in. You can use sake or real alcohol. Nothing like beer. It doesn't work.
Yeah, just like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, we use just ethanol, pure ethanol. And that does something to, it's a surfactant. Got it, surfactant. And that means the pigments and the water now will do their mixing well together. It's still not dissolved, I think, in the chemical sense of the molecules have changed.
Right.
Whatever. It's still in suspension. So again, to long story short, for the alcohol, we use alcohol for we call Honyoko, the Carmen red. We use alcohol for the, blue. We use the Prussian blue, Kimbero. And grinding it a bit with a touch of alcohol in there means when we put the water in, it mixes very, very well and easily. So alcohol is not in all of our pigments, but it's in some. And of course, it escapes. It just it evaporates a few minutes later. So it's not like there's alcohol left in the prints. It's a meaningless thing to say that. You know what I'm saying?
The elves and the shoemaker. They said.
Also, the couple who's getting married, they're on the stream today.
Oh, they're on the
Kelsey and Kyle. They were an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
They dropped in and they told the people in the chat what's going on. So.
Oh, nice. Well,
and
good morning if you're still there.
They booked for a party, and I guess the wedding is what, next?
23rd. Whenever.
This week or next week?
Next week.
Next week, Friday.
Yeah.
And they're booked for a print party on April 2nd.
Oh, wow.
So I guess they're traveling somewhere first. Going to get married,
yeah.
They're going to go traveling
go
or something.
around and then come back. Cool.
and then come back for a print party. And they've agreed that we can stream it.
Oh, nice.
So because the previous stream, the party was so good on that
Yeah.
last stream, but the video just didn't make it work.
Are they coming again on 8:30 in the morning then?
No, it's set for 10 o'clock, but maybe we should talk about that. Kelsey and Kyle, if you're still here, you've
Still here. Hi, Cameron.
Okay. Let's think about that party time. The party you've booked at the moment is a 10 o'clock party, but that's way too late for European people to watch. If you're cool for this, let's do the party at 8:30 in the morning. In other words, so it's part of our normal stream here. Mm-hmm. So let me know either in the chat here today, whatever, or write me an email later on, or check your schedule. And if you're okay to do that, to start it at 8:30 in the morning, it would be much better for the streaming aspect of this. I didn't think to ask that. Sorry, my brain doesn't jump ahead now to put things together. You know?
You jump ahead on lots of other things. So. Is this the pile of ones ready to go?
That's for Ito-san. In fact, what you can do, back here, you can do this.
Yeah.
This is, I've been culling out Ito-san's. Throw them into the binder there. Throw them into the binder. We'll think about. Okay, yeah, check. Good. They're going to check into this. So, please do, and let me know. Thank you. I do think about you, the EU people, European people. When we started this streaming back in August, I was doing it twice a day. In the morning for Americans and North Americans, in the evening for Europeans. But I couldn't keep it up. I just can't do this twice a day. So I'm sorry about the Europeans. The time zones are, the world is what it is.
It's round.
So it's round. There's nothing I can do about it. If it were flat, we'd have a different story. But the world is round. Oh, I've got the wrong here. I've got these mixed up. Are these three things over there? Yeah, I've got two of the same here. Can you pass me the one? Find me the one for the. Oh, wait a minute. The prints are so similar. I'm confused. Wait a minute. I need the one for the woman with the tea caddy at the right-hand side.
Just the...
Yeah, this is. I've got two of these. I need the story. Okay. I've got the prints correct, but I'm missing the story for the tea caddy at the right-hand side.
Oh, you're right. The prints are very similar. Sorry.
It's okay.
Wait, you want the triptych? You just want the story?
I want the story.
Okay.
I've got the three correct prints, but I got the wrong three. I got one of the stories wrong.
Okay.
I need the story for the one that has the tea caddy, the tea thing.
Yeah.
At the right-hand side.
Is that this one? With the
Yes, it
leg
is. Thank
behind
you.
it?
Okay, I'm good. I'm good to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so Ito-san did 2 of these, not 3 of these, not just one. He did 2 of these. I was confused. So.
Oh, since you had the wrong story.
Yeah, I had the wrong story. Ito-san did 2 of them, 2 out of 3. So we're good to go.
Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. You packed these so nicely with the name and barcode labels. You still want me to take them all out?
Yeah. Throw the names and barcode labels into the file behind the print, just so we've got a record of it there. But
Okay.
the label printing was done before we figured out what
it was.
Also, today's the first stream after the time zone change in many places.
Yeah.
I guess it's a bit confusing. Some places do it, some places don't. Even some states do it, some states don't.
Yep.
So we had people here an hour early, I guess, and somebody's coming in just now, an hour late. I don't know how it works.
I've been away from daylight savings time. Oh wow.
Okay, this Phoenix triptych here is my last print today. My inbox is empty here now, so we'll finish off with this one. There's a 10 o'clock party here in this room for 5 people. I've got a ton of preparation to do. Yeah, 5 people.
Big party?
Yeah. Reservations are just I don't even
flowing
know.
in.
They're flowing in. They're pouring in. Not so much for this week, but for April. End of March and for April. It's going to be just insane. It's just going to be insane.
I believe it.
My problem now is on the reservation page, there's 3 time slots each day. And as they fill up now, I have to try and decide whether I should open the other 2 time slots. Because if we don't, we're turning people away. But if we do, it means 5 print parties, one after the other, right through the day. And I do it, but the other staff is all like, Dave, this is not human, So I don't know if we have more staff. Still, if we could find more staff.
Any of you guys moving to Japan anytime soon? And speak Japanese.
And speak Japanese and are so that's the problem. There's just too many requirements. So. Also, I got a message from Kaori-san over the weekend. I don't know, she's got the design, the drawing ready for the next party print.
Nice.
In fact, she was supposed to send it to me overnight, the final TIFF file. I was going to maybe think about carving it this morning, starting carving this morning. So hopefully it'll show up today and I can start carving tomorrow morning. Yeah. The next party print is ready to start production any minute now. I got the sketches over the weekend, not sketches, the final drawing over the weekend. I've got the wood ready. Me and Aoyama-san found a nice piece of wood in a special place. A hard key block. We ripped the back of the key block off the Momotaro block. Because 4 years ago when we found that block, it was really hardwood both sides, and we used only one side of it for the Momotaro print.
Yeah.
And so I ripped the back of it off last week, and Aoyama-san glued it down to a new substrate, and we're ready. So we're ready to start carving.
You've had to turn over all the color blocks. Are you not going to have to turn over this key block?
You can't do that. If you try and recarve the key block, you've got to recarve the color blocks because the lines are in place. So you can recarve color blocks, but you can't recarve the key block.
Without also recarving all the color blocks.
Yeah. So it's just start all over again. So whatever. So once this new print gets into the party room, then that's it. We'll just basically, I think, retire that over. I've asked her already to start some more light, colorful images, like the same idea as the Momotaro. Yeah. It's time to put it to bed,
After only 8,000.
More than 8,000. So it was 8,000 copies. When did I count that? A few months ago. So we're certainly
probably 10,000.
It could be 10,000. I don't know. No idea. What's the order here? That's left, middle, and right. So which one did Ito-san? Ito-san did the right-hand side and the middle. So interesting. So Endo-san did the left one and Ito-san did the other 2 here. Okay, gang, I gotta get busy here. I've got to pack up this stuff. It's going to take me a bunch of time to clean this all up. Here's today's work. It'll be in the shop next month when we open downstairs. Okay. Only 10K copies and we're retiring it. Yes.
That's all.
Actually, let's have a look at it. You can see. I'm going to take a look here. Can you pass me the key box off?
Oh, sorry, that's
So, I don't know how much is going to show on the screen here. It's black on black. Let me start with the color blocks. I don't know how much is going to show. Here's a recarved color block. It might show here. You can see the edges. They're fairly sharp, fairly okay. Before recarving, it looked like this. It's worn. It's like some kind of... What am I doing? I'm showing the wrong camera. Dave! I don't know. What am I doing here? Just try again. Here's the worn color block. And the edges are really, really soft, and they're just humped now rather than carved. And the recarved version, you can perhaps see it. The corners and stuff are sharper and brighter. So the color blocks were easy to recarve. But the key block, we can't do that because, of course, because it defines all the lines and they're going to be in different places. This is documented 8,000 copies and maybe now up to about 9,000. We went through our financial records, how many parties we've done, how many people came, plus the staff, and doing 2 copies each and stuff like that. So we've documented. This is doing well, and actually compared to some of the Doi Hunger blocks we've got, and they've been done in the tens of thousands of copies. So this thing could make usable prints. We're not going to throw these away. We're going to keep it in reserve and keep them in the party room and bring it out now and then when we need to. So look at this. They've checked. I'm wearing socks. I'm wearing socks, Mom. Don't worry. Upstairs, I was doing sizing yesterday. You move around. And even it was cool. It was okay. That's it. I'm rambling. Time to get out of here. Thank you very much, gang. Cameron's going to say goodbye to us. Yep, good. Okay. Cameron's going to sign off. Tomorrow's stream, I have no idea what tomorrow's stream will be. It might be carving of that great wave print. It might be more packing. It might be more sizing. I have no idea what I'll be doing. See you again tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching, even though not so interesting work today. Step 1, I'm at camera off.
Goodbye.
We're now hot mic. It's not hot mic because we can see me, but anyway, there you go. Also, I'm confused. Sometimes what happens on Twitch is the very last frame of the stream, if I turn it off now, the very last frame of the stream becomes the one that shows as what's it called, the sample image, not sample image, the
kind of header image, front image, I don't know.
But then sometimes it doesn't.
Then sometimes, what's the alternative?
It just picks some random frames to the middle of the stream.
What?
So you can see, look, if I do this now, let's try it today. Hold this up here. Let's see which way it goes today. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you very much. I click the stop streaming button.